What's up, guys? It's time for the E-mini S&P 500 Index Futures chart review for September 17th, 2014. So, as always, I like to look at what happened yesterday and into the overnight before I start my review. Just for the record, I have not seen what happened today. I have not seen the movement. I'll be going bar by bar and trying to simulate live trading as much as possible. So yesterday we had this huge run up for about the last half of the day, and it came down right before the close, and then it kind of flagged out a little bit. So let's see what happened in the overnight. Um, it pretty much went sideways, and then it started to go up a little bit. First, I want to look at the 5-minute chart. Let's see here. 15, 16. So that was yesterday. So this gives kind of a better view of the overnight than the tick chart, because overnight the tick chart just doesn't produce as many candles due to the volume. But the 5-minute, of course, it has a candle for every 5 minutes. So let's see what it does here. Yesterday I was predicting that after this big run up, it would flag out and come back down a little bit, potentially all the way back down to this area here, about halfway. So let's see what happened overnight here. It's flagging out. It's playing this trend line that I had drawn in before this happened. And let's see what happens. It's following that pretty closely. It's dipping down a little bit. Now it's back up. It's about 9 o'clock at night right here. And it's still following along, and it broke out above it. It's about 10 o'clock. Okay. It's 11. Let's just get through this really quick here. Okay, so my prediction yesterday for the overnight was that it was going to flag out and mostly go sideways because yesterday I had such high volume for half the day. And that's pretty much what happened. It did not pull back as much as I thought it would. I thought it would come back about halfway and then break out before the open. Instead, it pretty much flagged out along that trend line that we drew. And now it's starting to break out in the morning here, 5 a.m. Slowly working its way back up. 6:40 a.m. And we're breaking back up. And now we're really starting to break out right before the open here at 8:20 a.m. And I'm going to stop there because I don't want to see what happened for the day. I want to go over that just a second here. But it pretty much did do what I thought it would. It flagged out and then it broke out to the upside. I did think it would pull back a little bit further, but that's fine. It mostly pulled back a little bit and went sideways and broke out before the open. So let's go back over to the tick chart here. This is yesterday. This is the overnight. And with that in mind, I'm going to look for a dip at the open and then probably continue up, because overnight proved that it flagged out and wanted to go higher. So let's see what happens here. There's the open, the first candle of the day. I pulled back to the 21 EMA immediately, and now it broke out to a new high of the day. Still early. Let's see what it's going to do here. And we're just kind of playing around here. Very small movement here. Let's see. I want to see some real movement before I take a trade. Because right now we're basically just messing around the 21 EMA, going around it. Okay, we're pretty much stuck to it right here. And right here, you want to see that we are starting to flag out here. We got a little bit of flagging action there. But we're still right at the 21 EMA, so we're not looking short or long yet. We'd want to go long if it breaks out above. Let's see what happens. Okay. See how it reacted there? It came up, it threw a doji, it threw a red candle, and then it reversed it with a white candle, an up candle. So we still don't really have any real movement here. Now we broke down a little bit right there. So it's safe to say that this is a trend here, at least short term. It came here, it went back up, it came here, it went back up, it came here, and now it's going to head back up. So we need to watch and see what it's going to do. Okay, some really weak candles here. And it was reversed with an up candle. Let's see here. This will be our signal candle. It's still, there's not as much definite movement than I'd like to see, but let's see here. Let's take a trade at 91 even, because 91.25 is our signal candle. So 91 even, we would go short. And it did break down there, and it came right down to 1990. So that is our 1 point. Per my strategy, per these videos, we're looking for 1 point at a time per trade. So we would be out of that one, and let's one successful trade on the day, and let's see what happens. We came back down, and now we're going to head back up to the 21 EMA and this trend line. As you can see, it's pretty much lined up with the EMA and this trend line right here. Okay. And we could have taken a trade there. I don't know. I guess I just didn't see it quick enough, but here was our signal bar. Anything below that, 1990.25, you definitely would have got a point there, but I did not see it. You could call it a successful trade, but I'm trying to do this bar by bar, so I'm only taking what I see. Okay, now this is a very, very, very good move here. We have this doji indecision candle right here at the very bottom. It made a low on the day, a final low, and then it immediately broke back up with this large candle here. So it is now above the 21 EMA. Let's see what it does. That is huge right there. What I was going to say is I'd like to see it pull away and then pull back to the 21 EMA to confirm an uptrend. And it definitely did that. The only caution you want to have here is that this is a huge, huge, huge candle. You can play this, but it's really risky. I mean, if you get in up here thinking it's going to continue and it drops back down, that is a large drop. That's a huge risk. You do not want to take that trade unless you're a veteran trader and you're just going for a very, very quick scalp. So there we go. These huge candles are hard to play, but we are back at the 21 EMA. Let's see what happens here. And that's a beautiful candle right there. And that's another beautiful candle. A lot of indecisions showing that we don't want to go lower. And one more interesting thing that's just standing out for me right here. This trend line that I drew way back here before we saw any of this. Look at this. It came right back down and touched it. It tested the low right there on that trend line. So we're going to be looking for a long here if it'll give us a signal. And wow, that's a lot of mess right there. We got this huge red candle that engulfed all of this. And then we got this huge white candle. It's going to try to overtake this. Let's see what happens. Wow, we're really breaking down right here. So the downside has definitely been confirmed. Let's see if it'll pull back. And we are back at the 21 EMA. It is 1 p.m. on the chart here. And we're breaking back up above it. So there's a lot of indecision right here. Early in the morning we had this nice slow trend, more of almost a flag. That's how slow and grinding the trend was. And then we have all of a sudden all this volume and action right here. And this is just really, it's really hard to play because there's not really any pattern to it. It's just up, down, up. The only thing that you can do right here is note it's not a perfect candle or a perfect trend line. Let's get rid of that. What I wanted to point out is that this broke out really wildly, and now this could be a lower high. So we want to watch what's happening here. And it is around the 21 EMA, so it's either going to reverse up or it's going to come back down and continue this as a lower high. And there we go. We broke out again to the upside. So this is just not really playable. It's more of an aggressive play if you want to take a shot. You could have played this right here. It broke back up, and then there was indecision going sideways here. And I'm back. My trading software froze there for a second. So as I was saying, this is a lot of wild action here. We're really looking for it to settle back into some kind of trend. It's about 1 p.m. on the day, 1:11 p.m. as of this candle here. So let's see what it does. And it broke out even higher. And it tagged the high of the day right there. And we're just going to continue to see. Now, the thing here is, see this? It moved up very, very quickly and shot right back down. What we have here is it tested a low here. This was from a previous day here. I'm not going to go back and see what it was, but it was a level from a previous day. So it tested that, it felt it, and then it rejected it. So it went back up. Now, this is way more of a trend because it came up, it went sideways, it came up, even a little bit of a stutter here. And now it looks like we're going to pull back. So if this pulls back to the 21 EMA, I'm going to be looking to go long off of this. And at that point, it may come up here and break this high and this high. The other way to look at it is this is technically a double top right here, which would mean that it's going to go lower. So let's keep that in mind as we move forward. And let's also keep in mind that it's 1:13 p.m. We only have about 2 hours of trading left. Okay, we're almost back to the 21 EMA. Let's watch what it does here. Okay. And it looks like this might be a close enough place. We're going to say this is a signal bar because this breakout is so close. Anything above 57.50, so 97.75, we will go long if we get the play, if the market takes us in. And it did right there. So 97.75, we are in. Let's see what it does for us. 97.75. And look at that. It went all the way up to 99.50. So 97.75 to 99.50. So we definitely got our point there. So that's 2 successful trades on the day, and plus the one that we missed, but we'll count that as an alternate trade. I'm only counting the ones that I saw and I could present to you here. Okay, let's keep moving forward. We're looking for another pullback. And I should mention that this was confirmed here. We are in an uptrend for now. So we're looking for another pullback, and we're really close right here. It is 1:30. We still have some time in the day to trade. Okay, we are back at the 21 EMA. We pierced below it. Let's see what happens after this candle. And it's a beautiful reversal candle right there. And I'm going to take this because I love these trades where the candles create a baseline is what I call it. You know, it came here and it immediately rejected it with a white candle at that exact same price level. It did not even try to go any lower. It just reversed and it engulfed this entire red candle. So this is going to be a signal bar here. If the stock moves, if the market moves above 98.25, so 98, excuse me here, I got to get, okay, 98.25 we're in because this candle came up to 98. So 98.25, we will take this long. And we did not get an entry. As you can see, it immediately reversed this candle as well. It matched it with a red candle. And it looks like we're going to break down a little bit here. So let's see what happens. Okay, now we broke down. We came back up. We could go short here. It is 1:47. We still have about an hour left to go. Let's see what it does. And look at that. It immediately reversed that. So right here, we're really indecisive. We were in an uptrend. We broke below it. And now we're back into the 21 EMA from the downside. So let's just continue forward here. Okay. And it looks like we're back above the 21 EMA. And look at that. It broke the high of the day. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play this because this came back and it didn't touch it, but it was close enough. I'm going to say anything above 2075, so 2001 even. We would go long here for continuation. And look at that. We got more than a point right there. So that's 3 successful trades on the day that we've taken here. The reason I took that is because this candle right here, we broke down, but then we reversed really, really well here. And then we came up and we kind of played around the 21 EMA, which gives me a sign that, it may not want to go any lower. And then we did the same thing here. We came up here. We had these 2 small little red candles for indecision right above the 21 EMA. And then boom, we hit this big up candle right here. So I was really just looking for continuation, plus the fact that we broke the highs of the day. Whenever you broke the highs of the day, you can expect it to continue a little bit. You have to be cautious as it might break out, fake you, and then go back down. But you can expect some continue, some follow through. So 3 trades on the day. Let's see here. It is 2:06 p.m. Getting closer to the end of the trading day. A little bit of pullback there. It's not close enough to 21 EMA for me to take it. Okay, now we are back at the 21 EMA. And we broke through it, and we also broke through this high that we had marked back here. And it is 2:24 p.m., so it's getting really late. Let's see what it does here. We're at the 20 EMA from the downside. Okay, that would actually be a signal bar right there. So I'm going to say that if I were trading this live, I'd be done for the day. I had 3 trades and 1 potential trade that I may have taken. I did not catch it in time for this video, but I had 3 trades. That's at least 3 points plus any extra. That's enough for me to go home a happy guy. And I did not have any losing trades on this chart here. But just for the fun of it, this would be a signal bar. So if we were to play it, 1996.50, so 1996.25, we would go short in this stock. And look at that, you more than got a point. So that's 2 potential trades that I didn't take, 3 that I did take. And you definitely got more than your point right there. And let's see the time here, 2:36 p.m. Let's just see how it plays. And look at that, it continued down. If you were in this and you held, you had a lot of potential. 91.50 was the low. Our signal was at 96.25. So that's a lot of room for winning trades right there. And that's the end of the day. So I'm actually surprised myself. This strategy has been working extremely well this week. You're not always going to get good trades off of this strategy. The market has to be trending, and the trend is not always equal. Some days it'll be very wild and it's hard to trade, and I suggest you don't trade that when the candles are long wicks, overlapping, very volatile. Those are hard to trade, and it opens you up to a lot of risk. Some days you're not going to get a trend. You're going to get mostly sideways action. And that's where our second part of the strategy would come in, playing the levels of the channel, which hopefully we get a channel day here pretty soon, and I can show you that. But anyways, guys, this video is getting way too long. I showed you once again, it is possible to make money in the market with one strategy, one trade setup. Now, am I always going to do one trade setup? No, I'm going to build on it, but I want to master it first. And that's what we're doing right here. 3 trades were successful on this chart review. 2 that I did not take that I saw, and they were successful as well. So that was potentially 5 trades that you could have taken today. Anyways, good luck in your trading. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're getting an idea of what I'm looking for and how you can be successful too.